Once upon a time, in the eerie landscape of South Africa, there stood a ghost town shrouded in mystery and plagued by a haunting curse. Legends whispered of restless spirits and lost souls haunting the abandoned streets, their tormented moans echoing through the empty buildings. But amidst the chilling tales of the ghost town, there was a group of fearless adventurers who saw an opportunity. They were a team of paranormal investigators, consisting of Jake, the skeptical leader, Emma, the psychic medium, and Trevor, the tech expert armed with his array of ghost hunting gadgets. Determined to unravel the secrets of the curse, the team ventured into the desolate town with their cameras and recording devices, ready to document any paranormal activity they encountered. As they entered the town, a cold wind blew, carrying whispers of lost souls warning them to turn back. Ignoring the warnings, they pressed on, eager to uncover the truth. Emma lit a sage bundle, warding off any evil spirits that might be lingering nearby. Suddenly, Jake's skeptic facade seemed to waver slightly. "You really believe in this stuff, Emma?" he asked, his voice tinged with skepticism. Emma shot him a confident smile. "I've seen things you wouldn't believe, Jake. This town holds dark secrets. We're going to find answers here." Advancing through the desolate streets, the team stumbled upon an old saloon, its cracked windows hiding the tales of raucous laughter and violence that once filled the air. They shared a cautious glance, knowing they were about to confront something ancient and terrifying. Weeks later, the adventurers returned to the town to find a bustling community, filled with people who had heard of the miraculous events that had transpired. The townsfolk rejoiced, celebrating their newfound freedom from the curse that had plagued them for centuries. Emma, Trevor, and Jake were regarded as heroes, their names etched in the history books of the town. They reveled in the gratitude, knowing they had played a part in restoring peace and uniting the lost souls with their final resting place. As they stood at the town's center, overlooking the vibrant streets, Emma nudged Jake with a mischievous smile. "You know, Jake, the paranormal world isn't so crazy after all, huh?" Jake chuckled, his skepticism now tinged with a newfound belief. "I guess the spirits have taught me a lesson or two. But don't tell Trevor. I still enjoy making fun of him and his gadgets." "Oh, I won't," Emma replied, her eyes glinting with mischief. "But I think we should consider exploring other haunted places. Who knows what we might discover." And so, the team continued their paranormal adventures, traveling the world and uncovering the mysteries of other haunted locations. But the ghost town in South Africa would always hold a special place in their hearts, reminding them of the power of unity, courage, and, most of all, the unexpected surprises that life could bring. The end. But perhaps, just maybe, the beginning of yet another chilling tale. Jake's mind raced, searching for a solution. The artifact. Maybe we can wrestle it from her. The team banded together, their determination fueled by a newfound unity. They lunged at the old woman, but she fought back with an otherworldly strength, her eyes ablaze with malevolence. As they struggled, a tussle of limbs and desperation, Emma's hand found a shard of glass on the floor. With one swift motion, she plunged it into the old woman's heart. A cry of anguish filled the air as the old woman crumpled to the ground, her grip on the artifact weakening. Jake swiftly grabbed it, a flicker of hope igniting within him. But as the artifact left the old woman's hands, a bone-chilling silence descended upon the ghost town. The spirits froze, their moans turning into confused murmurs. Jake feared he had made a grave mistake, condemning the ghost town and its trapped inhabitants to eternal suffering. But then, something unbelievable happened. The earth beneath them trembled once more, but this time, it wasn't chaos that ensued. The town began to rebuild itself, the cracked walls mending, and the abandoned streets coming alive with the warmth of life. The spirits, once tormented, now found peace as they dissipated into the ethereal air. A calm settled over the town, and in the distance, birds chirped. The curse had been broken. As they returned to the saloon, the team found Malachi waiting for them, a malevolent grin stretching across his face. "You fools! The curse can never be broken. We have the artifact. We can stop this," Emma exclaimed, determination blazing in her eyes. Malachi's laughter echoed through the empty building, filling the adventurers with a sense of dread. "You think the artifact will save you?" It's a trap. Once it's returned to the old woman, her true power will be unleashed. The team exchanged panicked glances, uncertain of their next move. But they had come too far to turn back now. Defying their doubts, they made their way to the old woman's house, the artifact burning against Jake's chest. Inside, the old woman stood, her eyes gleaming with anticipation. "You've done well," she hissed, reaching out for the artifact. "With this, my power will be restored." Jake hesitated, a flicker of doubt crossing his face. "Wait. We thought you wanted to help us break the curse." The old woman's face twisted into a wicked grin. "Foolish mortals. I am the one who cast the curse. Now, with the artifact returned, I will unleash an eternity of darkness upon this cursed town." Emma's heart sank as a surge of energy flowed from the artifact into the old woman. She watched helplessly as the town's buildings crumbled and the spirits grew more restless, trapped in a vortex of eternal torment. "We have to do something," Trevor exclaimed, his voice laced with desperation. The old woman's face twisted with anguish. "Once, this town thrived. But greed consumed its people. They pillaged sacred lands, desecrating the resting place of vengeful spirits. And so, the curse was born. But what can we do?" Emma pleaded, her voice tinged with desperation. The old woman's expression softened, a glimmer of hope in her eyes. "To break the curse, you must find the lost artifact hidden beneath the cemetery. Only then will the spirits find peace." With newfound determination, the team set off towards the cemetery, guided by moonlight and a tingling sense of purpose. The graveyard itself was overgrown and ominous, tombstones jutting out like jagged teeth. "This is insane," Trevor muttered, scanning the area. "How are we supposed to find an artifact in this mess?" Emma closed her eyes, her hands trembling. "I sense a presence. The artifact lies beneath that old oak tree." Digging through the dirt with bare hands, the team unearthed a small chest wrapped in ancient fabric. With bated breath, they opened it, revealing a beautiful yet airy necklace. "Is this it?" Trevor asked, his voice holding a mix of awe and trepidation. Before he could finish his question, the ground shook again, this time more violently. The ancient spirits arose, drawn to the presence of the artifact. "We have to bring this back to the old woman," Jake said, clutching the artifact tightly. "She said it's the key to breaking the curse." Trevor shuddered, clutching his EMF meter tighter. "This place gives me the creeps. Did you know this town was abandoned overnight? Everyone just vanished." "Exactly why we're here," Jake replied, his voice resolute. "We need to know why. We need to break the curse." Unbeknownst to them, a shadowy figure watched their every move from the saloon's upper floor. Malachi, a local who had fallen victim to the curse, knew that anyone who delved too deeply would meet a gruesome fate. Back on the streets, Emma's eyes widened as she felt a sudden surge of energy. "There's something here. I can feel it." Suddenly, the ground trembled beneath their feet, shaking the very foundation of the ghost town. The adventurers stumbled, losing their balance as the ghostly presence grew stronger. "What's happening?" Trevor cried out as he fumbled with his camera, trying to capture the chaotic scene. A sinister laughter filled the air as the ghost town seemed to come to life. Buildings creaked, walls cracked, and an ethereal fog enveloped the adventurers. "We've awakened something," Emma whispered, her voice barely audible above the supernatural commotion. The fog cleared, revealing an old woman standing before them, her eyes burning with a dark intensity. "You meddle in things you do not understand," she hissed, her voice dripping with malice. Jake held his ground, a flicker of fear creeping into his eyes. "We just want to know why this town was cursed. What happened here?"